Great. Let's have everybody just wiggle around and take a look down at your feet. Make sure your feet are on your foot plate in parallel, and toes are even, so you feel like they are even. That helps with our whole leg and pelvis setup, and then just making sure that our pelvis is also evenly weighted. So see if you can envision your sit bones. Feel those guys, those of us who are in wheelchairs. We're a little stuck there, but we definitely, a lot of us tend to kind of sit one kind of towards one way or the other, right? So we're going to just do a few little kind of rocking the pelvis a little bit. Let's go ahead and rock to one side. So we unweight one sit bone. And then we're going to rock back to center and unweight the other sit bone. And then back to center. So let's do that a couple times. Feeling the weight on that one sit bone and then pulling yourself back. You can even think of pulling the belly button to spine a little bit as you pull yourself back to center. Try and do it from the core as opposed to pushing off the hands if you can. And then finding center. And now you have maybe a little more awareness around the sit bones. Let's do now a little rocking forward and back. So we're going to reach the sit bones back behind us, and I'm going to grab, since I don't have core, I'm going to grab my knees and pull myself forward, but you can just hinge forward a tiny bit. Feel your weight more in the front edge of your sit bones, and then come back and then pull belly button to spine a little bit. So you curl, you round the low backing. So you really feel your sit bones aim towards your knees. And then you're going to rock. Be on top
Hi.
of this. Hi, Ron. And
yeah.
then rocking back again. So let's go do a little bit more. Rock to the front of the sit bones. And then rock to the back. And then come to center. So now we can feel like we have maybe a little more awareness of where our sit bones are on the cushion or on the chair that you're sitting on. Let's just take now a few breaths, okay? We're gonna focus on the breath and where it goes. Just notice, okay? Just inhaling. You might wanna even close your eyes so that you can kind of go inside and feel where your inhale breath goes. And then exhaling, just kind of let it all deflate out of you. Feeling perhaps you'll feel the rib cage expand and draw together as you exhale. Perhaps you will feel the diaphragm as you inhale move down towards the belly. And then as you exhale, it moves back up. And so now we're going to direct the breath. We're going to tell the breath where to go with our mind body there. So now we're going to inhale, bring the breath into the pelvic, I call it the pelvic bowl. And when we're in sitting, the top of the bowl is our hip bones around here. So we just want to inhale, almost like we're going to pour water into our pelvic bowl as we inhale. And then exhale, feel the water really kind of sink down into those sit bones with some weight. And you're going to just kind of grow up tall out of it. So we're going to inhale, get that sense of water going into every nook and cranny as your breath. And then exhale, a little belly button to spine. And see if you can just kind of squeeze all the air out as you feel the weight of the water drop into those sit bones. And then we're going to move your attention up into the low back. and belly area. And if you want, you can place a hand on the belly and behind you on the low back, or you can just have your hands on your lap still. So you're going to inhale into that low back. Imagine you can widen it. Create space width-wise. And then exhale. Think of, again, lengthening belly button to spine. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky. Nice. Next, we're going to bring our attention into the rib cage area. So from down here, from the low back, all the way up to under our armpits, and our ribs really come way up here. To start with, I'm going to be just kind of more focused on the mid rib cage. So let's inhale. And if you want, you can use the hands to bring more awareness. You can inhale. Feel the ribs lift, and then exhale. Use the hands to encourage the ribs to drop back down and squeeze all the air out. And we'll just move our attention now up into around the collarbones. So the ribs do come up right underneath the collarbones. And so let's inhale, widen that area and lift the heart. And exhale, stay wide, just let the shoulder blades sort of relax down the rib cage. So inhale wide across the chest. And inhale, soften and melt the shoulder blades back onto the ribs. One more breath with that. Nice. And then let's go ahead and just do a little bit more awareness stuff. You're going to do some tapping on the sternum. So just starting kind of low on the sternum, and you can kind of work your way up. Just gentle tapping on that breastbone. And then you can bring it over to one side, going up the collarbone. And maybe even around to the shoulder, the upper traps, the back body, and even down the arm. Reminding the arm that it's connected to the spine. Awesome. Okay, and then we're going to take that over to the other side, of course. And so we're just moving up the collarbone there. Over to the back body a little bit, as much as you're able, if you can. And the shoulder and the arm. Waking up. Hello, arm. You're connected to the back. And great. Okay, we'll bring that back. So hopefully you have like a little, you might have a sense of some tingly or just a little more awake and alive through that upper body. Let's inhale, shrug the shoulders now up towards the ears. And then exhale, let them soften down. Inhale, shrugging up, keeping the shoulders wide as we shrug. And down. Inhale, shrug, and exhale, let them melt down. Shrug, and melt down. And now let's shrug up and then squeeze back. Do some little circles here and then down, shoulder blades back and down. So up and then pinch the shoulder blades together and then glide them down, kind of squeezing the shoulder blades back and down. So feeling the whole blade, initiating from the top of the blade and then all the way towards the middle and then towards the bottom of the blade. Back and down. And good. Let's just bring our hands on top of the shoulders now. And this kind of, it just emphasizes more of what we just did. Excuse me, we're going to pull the elbows together and then squeeze them apart, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhale, the shoulder blades pull apart, feel them open apart, and then exhale. Feel the chest open as they squeeze together. Pull together, pull apart, pull together, and then now let's reach up with those elbows up to the sky if you can. And then pull them apart, out to the wall, squeeze the shoulder blades together, back and down as you glide the elbows down towards the floor. And then towards me, and up towards the sky, and then out wide. Nice, let's reverse the direction. So bring it out wide, reach to the sky, and circle forward and down. Squeeze those arms back, shoulder blades back and down as you bring the arms back. Nice, everyone looks good. Beauties, let's do one more here. Everyone that I can see, there's a few people I can't see. Great. So let's go ahead and just roll those shoulders kind of up, back and down and keep them there and have the palms rolled up towards the sky. So we're gonna inhale, make a V, exhale, press down. Okay, really enthusiastic with your inhale. So one of my teachers, Ron Fletcher, he was a dancer and a performer. As one of his things, he's always like, bring joy to your movement. So let's make this, bring some joy to our movement. Inhale and exhale. And yes, really feel the shoulder blades move. Feel your breath move you. It feels good. Let's pulse the breath for 2 beats now. So we're gonna inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, and hug your arms in towards your body. So one more. All right, let's do 3s now. So you're gonna cut that movement and breath work into thirds. So in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, all the air out. So one more. Awesome. Let's kind of let those shoulders go a little. And let's just do a few little neck stretches and eye work. Okay. So we're going to do a couple little head nods here. Think about crown of the head towards the sky. Sometimes if I have somebody in the studio, that's exactly what I do. I come up behind them and pull the hair right where you might put a high ponytail, pull it back and up, right? So that's the motion, that's the position, that back and up, high ponytail. And get a nice little, just a little head nod as you pull it back and up. And then let's keep it in that position so we're really on top, head is on top of the spine. It's balanced on top of our spine as best as we can. And then we'll do a couple little head nods inside that position. Okay, so just maybe you feel it a little, maybe you feel a little more neck stretch. And as you're doing these head nods, I want your eyelashes to move up and down. Your eyes are moving up and down. Okay, and let's come to a place of center. So the head is really reaching, crown of the head's really reaching tall towards the sky. And then we're going to turn and rotate. Let's rotate left. Look over that left shoulder. Eyeballs strain to look as far as you can behind you. Now keep your head in that turned position, but bring your eyeballs forward and over towards the other side of the room. And then back and look over the shoulder again, the left shoulder. Bring the eyes forward and let the eyes kind of guide the head forward. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So a little head nod, so we feel our head on top of the spine, turn and look over the shoulder. Make sure we keep wide across the chest when we do this. A lot of times I see, and I'm seeing it on a couple of people, that when we turn and look over the right shoulder, the left shoulder wants to come with. So keep that left shoulder pulled back and down Look over with the eyeballs. You guys have been looking for a while. Bring the eyes forward. Keep the head turned. Bring the eyes back and look over that right shoulder again. Now bring the eyeballs forward and let that bring your head forward. Great. Okay, let's just do a little side bend. So ear to shoulder. And up. And think tall first and then ear to shoulder. I think everybody is tight in these side bend, neck side bends, ear to shoulder again. And center and ear to shoulder. And center. This time, if you're comfortable and if you're able, we'll just put a little more tension into that stretch so you can bring that left arm up and over towards the right ear, right? And then ear to shoulder. So left ear to left shoulder. And then if you want to add a little bit more to this, you can glide the right shoulder up towards the right ear and let that head come up to center again, and then glide it back down. So just a little kind of release and then pull into that stretch. One more for those of you who are doing that, and down. And then we can do that on the other side. So tall, and then really just weight of the arm brings it down. And then you can allow the shoulder to float up as the head comes to center, and then pulling it down. Reach those left fingers towards the floor and float up, down. And one more time. And then back down. Nice. Okay, let's just do a couple little cervical circles here. So we're going to just do a little chin tuck and then look right, look up, look left, look down. So drawing a circle, perhaps you can think of on the wall in front of you with the end of your nose. And maybe just notice, do I have any blank spots there or weird places where I can't move? Just notice. Let's pause and go the other way. The end of the nose, painting a circle on the wall. And nice. Last one. Okay, hopefully we feel like we got our neck muscles woken up and lengthened out. Okay, so let's go ahead, bring the shoulders back and down again. Bring your arms, elbows in towards the waist. And hugging the elbows in towards the waist, palms up to start with. And thinking about just rotating that upper arm to open. I call these door openers, and then close the doors. Inhale, open. Good, and exhale, close. Imagine we're pulling a TheraBand apart. So it's, you're working, you're drawing those shoulder blades back, and then rotate the arm, that upper arm bone. Good external rotation. Let's just pause and have our palms face each other. So we're in a little different position with our arms, but still keeping the elbows hugged into the waist and open. And then control it back to center. Remember, we have our imaginary TheraBand. Does everybody have a TheraBand with them today? Couple of you. And then let's do palms down. So open. Keep the elbows in towards the waist and elbows bent at a 90 degrees. So not up here, right? Elbows down at the waist. And open. Nice run, Lan. We'll make that our last one. And so let me see a thumbs up from people who have a TheraBand. I just want to see 1, 2, just 2 of you. Okay, so we won't do stuff with a TheraBand today, but we don't need to. Okay, so let's bring the hands now to almost like a goalpost position. Okay, and I want you to think about, we're going to initiate, this is kind of detailed shoulder blade work. When you think about just squeezing the upper part of the blade, the upper corner together, squeeze that, and then pull it apart wide. And as you pull it wide, think about really pulling the elbows out wide, okay? And then you're gonna pull the middle part of the shoulder blade together. So squeeze that to pull the arms back. And then pull that wide by really reaching the elbows. It's really detailed work. Now think that lower corner of the shoulder blade, squeeze that. So it's back and down, and then back to center, pull those wide. Now we're going to squeeze the middle part of the shoulder blade again. And pull wide. And then we're going to squeeze the top of the blade again, pinch that, and pull wide. And then let those arms drop down. Let's just do a couple little, kind of release the arms, let them just drop, have the tension drop out of them. So hopefully that you kind of could feel how we have these different parts of the blade, and some of us tend to use more, a lot of us tend to use the upper part more. So we want to find the middle and the lower. I actually personally have worked on really my lower traps so much that I need to work more on that upper part. So everyone is different. Let's go ahead now and bring the arms. I'm sorry, bring one arm. Let's bring the left arm up and reach towards the sky. Keep the shoulder blades on the back and reach both fingertips. So left fingertips towards the sky, right fingertips towards the floor, and grow tall. And then we're just going to switch. Now right fingertips towards the sky, left fingertips towards the floor. And we're going to switch. So keeping your center line nice and long. And switch. Reaching. Good. This time we're going to reach that left arm up. We're going to go into a side bend. So lengthening first, and you can side bend towards the chair on your right side. So watch the tendency. I'm even doing it today. I'm rolling that shoulder forward. Bring that shoulder blade back on the back. So we feel that flat shoulder blade back there. And we're going to reach and just breathe into the rib cage here. Open up the ribs. Imagine all these guys can kind of lift up as you inhale, and then exhale. Think about maybe lifting up in that lower part of the waist here. So pulling the waistline up and over something. I know you can't totally see that. Like next, let's go ahead and bring ourselves back up to sitting tall. And inhale, reach that right arm up and side bend over towards your left. And inhale, open up the ribs, and exhale, lift your left side, your left waistline. Inhale, open up the ribs. Exhale, lift like you're lifting up and over something, and we'll bring ourselves back. Side bending is so wonderful. I don't think we do enough of it. I'm going to reach up again, side bend over. Good. Now we're going to exhale, pull the elbow in towards the waist, and reach a little longer out those fingertips, and elbow and shoulder blade down into the back hip pocket. And inhale, reach, like you're picking an apple and pulling it down. And you're going to reach, grab that apple. Let's do 2 more. reach up and bring ourselves up to a nice tall seated position and bring us up over to the other side. So now right arm up, side bend over, trying to lift up and over something if you're able to. Reach with that top arm and exhale, pull the elbow into the waist. Reach and pull. Reach, expand out the ribs, lengthen through the arm, the elbow. Good, one more time. Stretch out that elbow. And good. And then we're gonna reach up to the sky, help bring us up to a nice long tall position. Okay, this time we're gonna do side bend and add a little rotation into it. So we're gonna bring ourselves up, side bend over, and now we're gonna rotate just the chest and look towards the floor, kind of like the floor and away from you, and then bring it back to center. Good, let's do that again, just rotate. So some of you are gonna have more movement. You're rotating, you're really rotating from the ribs, okay? So you don't see it as much in me. I'm gonna kind of give myself a little, so you're trying to get as much as you can there in that, and pull that belly button to spine. I'm gonna watch you guys. How about going up and over to the other side? So bringing your right arm up now, side bending over, rotate. Great, and then bring it back to center and rotate again. Rotate, bringing the chest towards the floor and back to center, pulling the ribs in to get that rotation, and then back to center, and then bring yourself back up. Nice. That's kind of a new little movement for us that we haven't done before. So let's go ahead now and do a little hand-eye stuff. We'll bring your left hand out here. Take a look at it. Keep your eyes on it. We're gonna inhale, press across the body, and then exhale, pull back. Imagine you're pressing somebody away from you, and pull back, shoulder blades. So eyes stay on your hand. Reach and pull it back. And reach and pull it back. Let's do two more. Reach and squeeze the shoulder blade to come back, and reach. Getting as much rotation and movement as you can. Now let's look up towards the upper corner of the room. With that same hand, we're gonna reach and pull back and down. Reach up, reach as far as you can. Find as much rotation in the rib cage as you can. You won't see as much in me, maybe as you can get. Let's do two more. Reach and pull back. And reach and pull back. Let's do those on the other side. So hand and eyes on your hand, and press across the body first. Press and pull back. Feel that shoulder blade really widen away from the back. Pull back and press and pull back. Good. Press up that guy away from you. Let's do two more. Press and shoulder blade comes back and shoulder blade pulls away. And then we're going to go into the upper corner of the room again. So looking up towards that hand, looking at it as it comes back and down. Reach, get your rotation, as much movement as you're able to. Do two more. Awesome. Good job. Good, good. Okay, let's go ahead now. Do a little shoulder up, back, and down, and we'll bring our arms out into the letter T. And let's have the thumbs up. Okay, and we're just gonna do little tiny circles here. And think about squeezing those shoulder blades together as you circle 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the other way for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's have your palms down and we'll do circles here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Palms up like you're holding a precious gem. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeezing your shoulder blades. The other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring those arms down. Shake them out a little. Yeah. So if you do have a TheraBand, or you can also use a towel, a little makeshift, and then we can put that behind us. I'm going to back up a little so maybe you can see, and just holding it behind the chair if you're in a chair. If you don't need to be in a chair and you can do this in standing, go ahead and step away from your chair and just right behind the body. If you don't have a band, you can still just reach the palms back behind you. And we're just going to do little lifts. The towel kind of helps keep us there. Keep the shoulders back, right? And then we're gonna straight arms, lift that towel up and away from the body, up and away from the body, up and away from the body. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Okay. I think that's the best I can get with this. But yes, you guys got that? Let's do a couple more. So let's just lift up and away, up and away. That opens the chest, right? Up and away, up and away. All right. Good job. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead now and reach the fingertips out to the side. So you can either have the hands here, or you can have them down here reaching towards kind of the floor at a little bit of a diagonal, or you can be up here. I'm going to be down here. This is my spot of my favorite spot, and the hands are going to, I'm going to show you what the hands are doing a little better here. We're going to reach the fingertip towards the palm and press, and then drag that fingertip, the pinky, right? And then we're going to press the ring finger. We're going to press, and we're going to drag that finger. So the other fingers might come along, but you're really focusing on trying to make that one finger at a time work, and that's the ring finger. And then the index finger, press and drag and extend. And then the thumb again, press across the palm and extend. So I hope you guys can all see that. Let's do.
Can I ask
Yeah.
a question?
Yes.
Is it common that it's harder to do that when it's cold?
Yeah, I think so. But are you outside?
No. No, I'm in the house.
You're bundled up, girl. So yeah, definitely it is. How about this? Let's just do make a fist and extend. So like you're pulling in energy, make a fist and extend. So let's do like 8 more of these. Fist and extend. Fist, you can bring your arms out wide as you extend, and fist, and then bring them up high and then pull in, and then make it wide and pull in, and then reach down and pull in, and reach wide and pull in, and reach up and pull in, and nice. And then maybe let's just do a little wrist circles. just to kind of get a little more action, and then we'll go back to those finger exercises. Nice. And rub the hands together. Get them warmed up. I know my hands get really, really cold easily too. So hopefully that warmed them up a little bit. Let's actually do some flicks. Flick, 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 flick. Do one finger at a time if you are so motivated. And sweet. And just quick shoulder shrugs. These actually sometimes get circulation down into the fingers. Shrug, shrug, shrug. Okay, Leslie, does that warm up your hands at all? A little tiny bit, maybe? They're tools. Those are little tools for you anyway. So let's do one more with fingers. Okay, shoulder, plug those arm bones into the shoulder, and pinky is going to reach and press and drag, and then ring finger reach, press and drag, middle finger reach, press and drag, working all those muscles, the wrist extensors and fingers. Let's do that again. Pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, and one more time. Pinky, faster, ring, middle, index, and thumb. Great. All right, let's just play a little bit more with some rotation here. So we're going to inhale, bring that right arm up, place it on the knee, and then get a little twist. So you can either from the back of your chair assist yourself, or reach the hand, reach that back hand, and look at that hand. Take a breath and exhale deeply. And then bring yourself back around to center and bring that left arm up towards the opposite knee. Reach around, look behind, reach that right hand out behind you if you're able to, or you can use your chair, which is what I do, to kind of push in and get a little more rotation. Deeply exhale. And then bring that around. And let's go ahead and do that one more time. So reach, bring it around, twist, deeply exhale. And bring it back to center. And other side. And deeply exhale. Getting all the air out, wringing all the air out, as Joseph Pilates would say, and then bringing it back to center. And good, let's just bring the hands together here. Think tall, press into the hands. Good, and we're just gonna slide the hands kind of down the chest, allow the elbows to go up, but try and keep the palms together. And then back up towards the nose, and then slide down. You guys probably have more range of motion than I do. So to go ahead and take it down, you want to feel a stretch in the wrist there. And nice. Let's try hands on the back of the hands together, which I think is really hard. And we're going to slide up, elbows go down, and then back down. It's hard, huh? And slide the hands up, and then you go down, and one more time, slide up, and then you can reach the hands out. Do a couple of little circles there. And wonderful. So we're going to finish up right there. I appreciate all of you guys for showing up today. It's a nice crowd. Thank you. Thank you for being